Welcome to Washington, D.C. Let's go. Hello kitties and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rogan, you know what it is, and I function as your, how do I say it, unofficial, official tour guide to all things the Bahamas and Washington DC. It's a hot day, like almost 100 degrees. Like what the hell was I thinking? Thank God I wore this hat. Anyway, let's go. I am going to be giving you some fun facts about this town. Well, not really the town, but so much the monuments and the memorials. Trying to do things a little different, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to just say, oh, there's the memorial and there's the monument, because you guys have seen them all before. But you know what you don't know? A lot of fun facts. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. For a lot of Americans, summertime means packing the family up, hopping in the family car and driving to the national parks. And when they do, they're not heading to just any old park. They're coming here to DC for the monuments and memorials. Every year, 25 million people visit the National Mall. To give you a better picture, DC's monuments get more visitors than the Grand Canyon, Yosemite, and Yellowstone combined. From the Vietnam Veterans Memorial to the World War II Memorial to the Dr. King Memorial, the National Mall has it all. This is the place where America and the world come to reflect, honor, and celebrate. It's these people who made America the place we enjoy today. There are many presidents in the National Mall, but there's only one king. The Martin Luther King Memorial, which was dedicated in 2011, was the fourth memorial in the National Mall to be dedicated to a non-president. The memorial, which stands 30 feet high, is a sight to behold. There's also a 450-foot granite wall with more than a dozen of his famous quotes. I especially like the engraving on the memorial itself. It reads, "Out of a mountain of despair, a stone of hope." If you look across the water, you're going to see the Thomas Jefferson Memorial off in the distance. Jefferson's role in America is immeasurable. Not only was he the author of the Declaration of Independence and the third president of the United States, but he was a huge advocate for religious freedom. This memorial that we see today was originally intended for President Theodore Roosevelt. However, President Franklin Roosevelt admired Jefferson so much that he used his power to get the site for the founding father. Due to a shortage of bronze during World War II, officials placed a plaster statue of the president at his memorial. Then in 1947, it was replaced by a 19-foot bronze statue. Few people know this, but the Washington Monument was the first monument to be built on the National Mall. Eagle-eyed observers quickly spotted something strange about the Washington Monument. It has two colors, a white and somewhat beige color. Well, that's because the monument was built in two phases. Construction on the towering obelisk started when the money dried up and the quarry stone couldn't be matched. That's why the structure has a lighter shade at the bottom and a darker shade at the top. Take a good look at it the next time you're in DC. Oh, child. I have to do like double duty today. Double duty. Like, to make sure I get my GoPro footage, because I think it just gives a better view, you know, that circular view, the panoramic view that is. But I'm walking right now to the Washington Monument, very iconic. And of course, this is the gathering place, like I said earlier. A lot of people have seen this image on CNN and all the major news networks, you know, and of course the history books. And it means a lot to, of course, the American people. So look at these flags. Let me just tell y'all something. It is as hot as a swamp possum's balls out here. You understand what I'm saying? It is super freaking hot. It's like 90 something degrees, almost 100 degrees on a Monday. Like, what's that about? But anyway, it's really serene, which is quite surprising considering that it is the summertime. And I would think that pandemic-weary individuals are dying to come outside their houses. But it's really, really quiet. Even like the tourists are like just kind of like moving through very quietly. I had to do this little video piece like in the shade because, let me smell under my arm. Well, my arm smells good, but let me tell you something. I am soaking wet right now. I'm soaking wet using like my mask to like blot my face. So here's a tip. Y'all talking about fun facts? Here's a tip. If you're gonna come to DC to go look at the monuments, come like in the fall months. Summer is beautiful for the light and you know the green grass and all the greenery, but let me tell you something. You are going to die from heat stroke if you come in the summertime. That's all I have to say. I just came on board to say that. So one of the things that I really love and appreciate about America is the way that they look out for their own and the way that they care for their own and the way they memorialize their own. And I'm talking about this memorial behind me. Like usually you just think about the monuments when you come to Washington, D.C., but I also think about the memorials, especially this one behind me that honors prisoners of war and fallen soldiers, not just from this country, but I saw like, for example, the Philippines on the wall. And this is definitely a place where a lot of foreigners are coming to take photos and just to be a little bit somber and remember those who lost their lives fighting for this country. The World War II Memorial uses bronze sculptures and stone architecture as a way of honoring the 16 million people who served in the armed forces, memorializing the more than 400,000 people who died fighting for this country, and thanking the civilians who supported the war efforts. The memorial that we see today opened to the public in April 2004. And here's another fun fact. Foreign-born U.S. troops made an incredible contribution during World War II. In fact, historians say they were a big part of the reason America won the war. During the war, it wasn't uncommon for those individuals to get their citizenship fast-tracked. As for the memorial's design, architects from all across the United States submitted 400 designs for the memorial, but it was Austrian-American architect Friedrich St. Florian who ultimately won. So now me and my tired feet are on our way to the Lincoln Memorial. This is what happens when you're trying to look cute, y'all. Wear comfortable shoes, please, I'm telling you. I've been to DC a number of times ever since I was 10 years old, but I've never been to the Lincoln Memorial. This is my absolute first time, and ooh, look at that site. Check out that fun fact. Yeah, so this is my first time climbing all these stairs. I had absolutely no idea it was this long. Oh my God, I almost died. My absolute first time to the Lincoln Memorial. And I am hot and tired and sweaty, but it's worth it. It was super duper hot inside of this place. I certainly expected way more people, but this was a lot considering the fact that we are still in the middle of a pandemic. But I expected it to be like overrun with people, but it was so majestic inside, and I don't think I could have prepared, or nothing could have prepared me to see this this monument. It's just extraordinary. It took me like 3,000 steps. I'm not even joking. I think I made my workout quota for the freaking week, not the day. And made it to the Lincoln Memorial. First time ever in my life I've seen this memorial on currency. I've seen this memorial in textbooks, history books, all over the city, you know, represents DC to the fullest. And now I finally see it in person. Woo! It is hot in here. Look at these people. Surprisingly, no one tried to mount the monument because I totally could have seen people just trying to go and climb up there. But yeah, people pretty much behave themselves. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video filled with fun facts. You can't see the monuments all in a day, at least I couldn't. I'm gonna have to go back down there and show you guys the rest of the monuments. That'll come in a later video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and of course, join me again next Wednesday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for another edition of This Bahamian Gyal. Love you guys. I'll see you next week. Bye.